Oh, hi there, YouTube. Didn't see you there. Didn't know you was watching me. Today I'm going to show you the cargo conversion trailer I built myself. So hang out, I'll take you for a tour. Hello, welcome to my little abode on the road. I guess that works. This is the inside of my cargo conversion trailer. Go through some of the features and show you what's going on. Hey Poop, what's going on, dog? What do you think? Go through and kind of show you some of the features of this trailer. Stuff I built. I bought it brand new, bone stock in February of 2021. It's a 7-foot wide by 16 long, dual axle. I think it's rated for about 7,000 pounds. It didn't have any windows, nothing. When I bought it, I started by taking the all the inside of it out before I insulated it. I put in framing for the windows with the square tube. Also did a vent up here. Fantastic vent, I believe is what it's called. And then I did 3 windows. So we put the framing for those in, and then I also framed in for these flip out speakers I'll show you here in a bit. So I put all the framing for those in so they're hard mounted, part of the trailer, done right. And then after that I went along and insulated the roof and the walls with like that purple pink foam. I think it's got an R5 rating from Home Depot. I think I did the inch thick because that's the width of the framing in the walls. So we did inch thick foam. It made it quite a bit quieter inside. So you know, when you're camping at the sand dunes and there's people ripping around you on 4-wheelers all night, it's not all tinny sounding inside. So it turned out pretty good. On the inside, after we got it insulated and the windows installed, put all the paneling back up. I decided to just leave it with the wood paneling. I may paint it later, but I kind of like the wood look. Just kind of rough. It doesn't need to be nothing special. It's just something hard to camp in, better than a tent. When I got the paneling back up on the walls, I started building out these cupboards inside. We got quite a bit of space up here for food and cooking stuff on both sides. Just used some Home Depot hardware. and keep them light. We did part of it with corrugated metal, and then we did the backsplash with corrugated metal. And we got storage space underneath, got moto gear and just some of the stuff we need, some extra tools. Then I put a few drawers in, cooking utensils. Got that flip out drawer. And got a garbage can holder. I'll take this garbage can holder out here real quick. Just built that so it's easy to pull that out of the way. Again, just use corrugated metal on it. The majority of it, just thin and lightweight. Under here we got all the electronics of the trailer. I did put 2 batteries up on the front, 2 group 31 12 volts. And then I ran them to a onboard marine style trickle charger. So when I got this parked at home, I just keep it plugged into the wall in the garage, and it keeps those batteries ready to go. So whenever we're ready to go somewhere for the weekend, we just load it up, unplug it, and it's charged up. I do run a CPAP when I sleep, and we run the stereo quite a bit while we're out camping. And I think we're getting, the longest trip we've been on yet was about 4 days without being plugged in, and they weren't even close to going dead, so it works pretty good. I ran in 12 volt ground and power, and then we run it to a fuse panel. We got lights and stuff running off of that. I put in quite a few of these cigarette style USB plug-ins all over the place in the trailer. Got them up there above the cupboard. I hardwired a flashlight charger in there, and then I did run some 120 volt plugs. They run through where it plugs into the outside, so I do have a little like 700 watt generator. I can plug that in just with a 110 power, and I can run that to charge the batteries if I need to, or run a coffee machine or something like that. If we're not using the French press, I got another one. I ran another plug and some other 12 volt plugs back there by the bed to run the CPAP and the phone chargers off of. There's a heater panel back there. I'll get to that here in a minute. But along with the charger, the fuse panel, I got a 4-channel amp to push the stereo, the flip out speakers, and then I just ran it to Bluetooth. So it's just Bluetooth. I can't tune into like radio stations or nothing with it. I may change that down the road as well. But that's the wiring setup on it. It turned out pretty good. I do have some solar panels my buddy Eric gave me. Thanks, Eric. I haven't got to putting those on yet, but I might run those and then add an inverter, so I can run the inverter through this and then have 110 on the cupboard underneath here, and then back there by the bed to power anything 110 I might need to power. But as far as like keeping RC batteries and phone charged, cameras charged up, all the 12 volts work great. So yeah, that worked out pretty cool. So I can go through and show you kind of how these speakers work. There's a hinge here, and pull that down and fold those out, kind of show you how they work. I'm going to set you back here while I do it. To deploy those speakers, we just twist that 90 degrees, pull down, locks in place, and we flip that speaker pod out, flip that, and they catch right just like so. Now that I have the speakers flipped out and ready to go, to turn the stereo on, basically just flip that there. It's hooked to the remote wire of the amp, so it tells that amp to fire up just like you'd wire that remote wire to your car stereo. So it's just like an accessory off the stereo to tell it, hey, wake up, turn on. So that fires the amp up. And then to Bluetooth, just hit that right there. She'll pair up and start playing tunes. And then you just control the volume and all the stuff from your phone. So tell, I got that turned up, and then I can turn that up and down with the phone. I'll show you what's going on with that.
She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, we get to it, got it stocked up, popped up, got her hand all rocked up. Like 1 carat, 2 carat, more carats. She look carrots like a bunny, got her hops up.
Tying stuff down inside of here. It did come factory with 4 of these, 2 in the back here, 2 up front. They're kind of underneath the cupboard. I can still get to them for like tying the razor down. But I also installed E-track along the sides here, so I can clip into those and tie motorcycles or 4-wheelers, whatever else we need to move in here. We can tie it down. Now we're done with the stereo. I'm going to go over some of the other electronics I put on here. Obviously some more charge ports here by the door, so you can sit your phone up here on top of that shelf and charge it if you need to. So these are that's your indoor lights. That's the exterior lights on the outside running along the edge. I put 6 of those on each side and 2 on the front. They light up the ground pretty good. And then I did install the original interior light on the outside for like a porch dome light. Works pretty good. Then I got a voltage meter there, tells you how many voltage you're running in the batteries. I do somewhere have a charge percentage I need to install. I haven't got around to that yet, but I will. Extra switch on there. I haven't really wired in anything yet. It's got power going to it, but don't do nothing. And then underneath, so you notice there's lights there on the speaker pods on both of them. There's I believe 8 of those underneath the trailer. They light up pretty good. One there. They light up underneath and glow pretty good at night. So they're pretty cool when you're out camping. I'll try to leave this set up tonight. I'll come out and fire it up when it starts getting dark. Edit that into the video so you can kind of see what it looks like with all the lights on at night. Along with the 2 roof lights that I put in, I also added 2 lights up underneath the cupboard there, so it lights the countertop up really good. A lot of times we'll just actually shut these ones off like so and just run those ones. There's plenty enough light in here. But you can also adjust those on one side of it or both on those ones as well, so it works pretty good. And then the newest addition I just put on here is this cargo net. Stack stuff in there, stow everything away while we're cruising down the road, and it'll keep everything up on that countertop in place, our blankets and bedding and clothes and stuff, while we got all the other stuff inside of here. Works pretty slick. Now that we're done with the lighting, I can go ahead and show you the fan I installed, the vent fan or vent/fan in the roof. This one's a fantastic vent. It's a pretty cool unit. It's got 3 different speeds. Another cool feature is it will not fire up and run unless it is open. So it's closed all the way now. As soon as I open it up a little bit, it starts spinning. Another cool feature about this fan is it's got a push-pull. So right now it's pushing air in from the top. So you're cooking and you want to push that air out, you can flip that switch right there and it'll basically reverse the polarity in the motor, and instead of pushing air in down from the top, it'll pull it out and push it out the top instead of pulling it in the top. That's a pretty cool feature. So if you're cooking and you want to push all the cooked steam and smoke out in the roof, it'll go out in the roof. So it works pretty good. You open these 2 side windows and have that pulling down in from the top during the day. It'll keep it pretty damn cool in here. AC, but usually we don't stick around and camp too long during the middle of the day, so if we are, we're outside underneath the awning. So that's pretty cool. She rips pretty good. You turn it all the way up, 3 different speeds. Turn it off. And she closes right up. On the windows, all 3 of them, I did install these pull down shades, so it's pretty sweet. You can close those up. The windows are tinted, so it's pretty hard to see in from the outside, but at night with the lights on, you can see through those windows pretty good. So we don't have to turn the lights off at night to change clothes or whatnot. We can pull these shades down. Got some privacy. And for when we go camping, when it's a little bit more chilly outside in the early spring, late fall, I installed a diesel heater. Got a control panel here. I put it right here by the bed. It does. So the wife usually sleeps on that side. I sleep on this side, and the dog pretty much the whole center of it. But I do have a remote control. I can fire it up from my side of the bed, and you can see it's already doing its thing. It takes it about a minute and a half to get up and rolling, up to 2 minutes or so before it starts kicking warm air in. You can turn the fan all the way up to 6, and it's got a pump and a diesel fuel cell out on the outside of the trailer. It's pretty much the same type of diesel air heater they put inside semi cabs to keep the cabs warm while the truck's parked. All it needs is 12 volts running to it to work, and then some diesel fuel. Running full steam now. It's about as noisy as it gets. It makes a little noise, but it's not obnoxious. So that's the smoke detector / carbon monoxide alarm. So in case something weird's going on while we're sleeping at night, it can let us know, so I can get up and grab the fire extinguisher. If it's too bad for the fire extinguisher to put it out, at least get us and the dog out of the trailer so we don't go up and smoke or suffocate to death while we're camping. There is no toilet, no running water. I'm looking at getting a porta potty. We can probably just throw back in the corner back there. I would like to eventually run a 5-gallon water tank and put a small sink in here so we got something to wash dishes and hands and stuff in, but don't really need that. Like I said, I just wanted something that was more of a hard rolling tent that I can sleep in, and I don't gotta freeze my butt off or worry about someone running my tent over at the sand dunes. Come here, Wolf. Give me lovies. Yeah. This is where we go camping. Is this the camping trailer? Added these 2 scissor jacks to the back so we can level the trailer out and it's not bouncing around while we're camping in it. Put a spare tire mount on the back. Since I put all of our stuff on the inside, I didn't want to take up room on the inside with it, so I figured it'd work all right. I just ran 2 bolts all the way through to the inside with washers, so it's on there pretty dang sturdy. And we got a spare in case we blow one out in the middle of nowhere. But she's pretty slick. It's been a pretty fun trailer, pretty fun project. It's actually the second one I've done. This truck's 02 2500 standard duty 4-wheel drive. I did lower it a little bit, but retained all the 4-wheel drive, so it'll go good in the snow or get me out of a sticky situation. It's a little too big, and honestly it's too nice, and it's what I tow all my stuff with, so I don't really want to be taking it wheeling. I just wanted something 4-wheel drive in case I got to pull in the snow or get somewhere where the roads are slick, but it's not really meant for wheeling. I kind of went the other direction with it so it tows good. For a 6-liter small block, and it jams down the road at 70 miles an hour. Going up over some hills and stuff, you got to kick down to about 45-50 miles an hour. But you're not going to win any races. It'll get you where you're going. Pull it down, spin her 90. Either way, she locks onto those. Stays out of the way so you can move it. Like I said, yeah, I'm doing all 3 of them. Works pretty slick, so that goes up out of the way. Figured since there was some dead space underneath the bed, might as well utilize that space and put some storage bins in. Just keep like our camp chairs and extra buddy heater, whatever we need in there underneath. And then I got a mount back here for some shovels and an axe. Got these here shelves along the wall. Stack stuff up in there. And they're in to store everything. Spots for the whips for the razor, the lighted whips, and the dune flags. Works pretty slick. Enough room in here. You could probably hang out, flip that bed up, put 10 chairs in here and hang out and bullshit if the weather gets real bad. You ready to go camping, baby? Go camping? You ain't going camping, huh, Pooh? Well, I guess that's pretty much it for the trailer. I'll give you a couple shots of the smudge pot out here while I got it burning. Show you what's going on with that. We like taking that camping with us. It's a lot easier to haul 10 gallons of diesel for a few nights than it is to take a whole truck bed full of firewood. So they're pretty efficient and they put a ton of heat off. Not really smoky either. You don't get that campfire smoke smell from a little bit of diesel exhaust smell, but they ain't too bad. Alright, here's how we fire this thing up. We got a little diesel in there. I'll shove that cloth down in there like so. And I take a torch. Light that up. Give it just a second to get ripping. It's already starting to pull air. As soon as it starts building heat in that flume, it starts pulling air. You can see it smokes a little bit once it's getting going. She don't take long. Wide open till she gets warm, but she's already ripping.
I got it on me right now. A strong point at it. Pull up. We gon' do that. Pull up. Say pull up. Run the back. Say pull up. Say pull up. Wham. Say pull up. Wham. Say pull up. Yeah. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, we get to it, got it stocked up, popped up, got her hand all rocked up. Like 1 carat, 2 carat, more carats. She look carrots like a bunny, got her hops up. Don't care for designer, got her own drip. Don't care for the phones, got her own whip. Don't care for the scene, take her own trip. Guarantee it's for a bag and she walking. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bag when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bag when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
I guess that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out my other videos and remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And remember to keep your adventures aimless.